Think slowly, act quickly. Today, I'll explain why this formula works, how it protects your deposit, and how I used it to remove noise, chaos, and impulsive trades from my process. Hi friends, it's James. Today I want to touch on a topic that completely changed my approach to the market and honestly to life itself. It sounds almost paradoxical. Think slowly, act quickly. Sounds strange, right? But this formula is exactly what makes a trader stable, calm, and in control. When I worked in big finance, we were taught one simple rule. You can analyze the market for as long as you want, but once you enter a trade, you have to act precisely, quickly, and without hesitation. Trading works the same way. If you analyze slowly, you start seeing more. If you enter quickly, you don't give emotions a chance to take over. Today, I'll explain why this formula works, how it protects your deposit, and how I used it to remove noise, chaos, and impulsive trades from my process. And if you want to trade with the same structure and clarity, check out my Telegram. I share short but razor accurate templates that help every student progress faster. Let's begin. Why thinking slowly isn't about being slow? Beginners usually do the opposite. They think fast and click impulsively. The market twitches and they twitch with it. But slow thinking isn't about hesitation. It's about giving your brain time to see structure instead of noise. There is a rule in finance. If you rush your entries too much, you lose control and end up inflating your risk. Trading works the same way. When you analyze calmly and don't rush your conclusions, three things happen. You see the real direction. You notice subtle repeating patterns. You understand in advance where the hidden traps may be. Once I realized this, my trades didn't just become more accurate, they became clean. No unnecessary emotions, no guessing. Acting quickly isn't about rushing, it's about confidence. When all conditions line up, the moment has already happened. You can't drag your feet. Slow during analysis, good. Slow during execution, dangerous. Why? Because between the signal and the click, emotions sneak in. Doubt, fear, greed, the urge to wait just a bit more. That's why I always tell students, draw conclusions slowly, act sharply. This removes the conflict between the brain and the body. It turns your trade into an experiment, not an emotional reaction. What slow thinking looks like in trading, my personal protocol. Before entering a trade, I go through 4 questions. Where are we? Trend, range, level, impulse? Why should the market move in direction? Logic, not hope. What are the candles doing? Acceleration, slowdown, wicks, micro fluctuations. What cancels my scenario? If even one parameter fails, there is no trade. This analysis takes 15-30 seconds. And that's it. After that, I can't without hesitation. When you have a protocol, you don't guess. You simply check the conditions. The biggest beginner mistake, thinking fast and acting slow. I see it all the time. Price jumps up. Quick buy, price drops down, 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 down. But when a real signal appears, they freeze. Why? Because they have already taken emotional losses and now they are afraid to click again. Paralysis. The decision shouldn't happen at the moment of the signal. It happens before, when you build your system. Slow thinking protects your deposit. Fast reactions destroy it. When you allow yourself to think slowly, something interesting happens. The market stops looking unpredictable. You stop reacting to noise. You lose the urge to catch a move. You shift from hunter mode to observer mode. And that changes everything, because it's the observer who notices the moments when the market winks, a reversal spark, trend slowdown, a level tap, a sudden wick, a price squeeze. I don't guess the movement. I watch until it reveals itself. Fast action isn't excitement, it's precision. Once you've waited for your condition, there should be no extra thoughts. No wait if, no one more candle, no maybe later. You see alignment, you act. That's why I almost never take emotional trades. I simply don't give emotions time to appear. First, analysis, then decision, then action. And it's done. How to learn to think slowly and act quickly. Practical steps. Write your scenario before the trade, not in the head. Emotions slip into your thoughts. Paper doesn't lie. Analyze the chart 2-3 times, longer than you usually do. An extra 20 seconds removes 80% of mistakes. When you see your entry, count to 3 and enter. 3, 2, 1. Action. No negotiation. Fewer trades, but cleaner ones. This kills excitement and strengthens clarity. Record what you felt before and after the trade. You'll notice emotions appear in the pause. Remove the pause, remove the emotion. Why this philosophy makes a trader stable? Thinking slowly means seeing the market clearly. Acting quickly means not letting emotions interfere. This combination turns a trader into someone who doesn't react to the market, but interacts with it. I've seen hundreds of students, excited, chaotic, impatient, and almost all of them reached the same conclusion. Stability appears only when internal order appears. Trading isn't about pushing buttons, it's about managing yourself. If you want real progress, train slow thinking and fast action. It's not magic, not a secret, not a hack. It's a skill that shapes the character of a trader. And if you want to walk this path with me, join my Telegram. That's where I collect everything that helps traders reboot their mindset and start trading systematically instead of emotionally. See you in the next video, and remember, order is strength, even when the chart tries to convince you otherwise.